Hey guys, welcome. I'm Tracy. This is my channel and I've been MIA, but I'm here today. Hey guys, I'm so glad you're here. It has been I feel like I'm in the twilight zone. Right? Like everything kind of looks like it should, but it's just not. I can't even explain it. Well, one of the things, my cat got really sick and I really thought I had to let her go. And the vet said, no, let's try this. So she's doing better. And of course that makes you feel like, I don't know. But, and she, and the other cat in the house, they're still a little, Claire thinks she's like a warrior cat or something. Don't get near her food. Me, I don't think she cares about. But I'm having some coffee out of my percolator. I wish I had gotten the bigger one, but for me, really, this is perfect. And I don't plan to be having parties going on that I need to have coffee for a bunch of people. I wish. My 60th birthday is coming up and I kind of wanted to have like an open house thing, but that's not going to happen. But let me tell you my saga, y'all. And it's a saga. I don't even know what to think of it. It's so bizarre. But I think it's like a God moment, an angel moment. I want to see what y'all think. So in this summer, I think I wanted to join the YMCA. And I wanted to do what doctors always say, get checked out by a doctor. And I'd had some pain in this arm. And so I went to my friend Sue and Mark. They told me about this doctor, orthopedic, and I have arthritis and, also my knee. You can only work on one body part at a time. So I decided his shoulder was probably the most important. So I started PT and I also had some crazy neck pain, which is totally gone. So let me show you guys how you do these exercises because you don't need a trainer. So you're like this and you're just pulling your head in like that. Just try to use your neck muscles and hold it for 3. And I'm telling you, they are amazing. And my neck is 100% better. So I used to get this, and occasionally I might get a twinge if, let's say, I was sitting in the same position too long. But I'm really aware now, like if I have been, or when I get up in the morning, I do the exercises, just kind of warm my neck up. So that's amazing. So that is, I'm 100%. And, but PT works when you work your PT, right? When you do what you're supposed to do at home. But one day, and I think I told you this, I can't remember, honestly, I fell and I caught myself on the sofa and it didn't crazy hurt, but I knew it didn't feel good. And I happened to be going on my way to PT and he was like, oh yeah, no. He goes, something's changed here. You really need to go back to your orthopedic and get an MRI. Got all that done. Have massive tears in my rotator cuffs too, and a small one somewhere. So, and he had said, I'm not this is beyond me. We have a shoulder specialist. That's who I want you to go to. So I made an appointment and I took Mark and Sue, because Sue was helping another friend. And, we met with the doctor and, and I said, well, I want to think about it. And, because living alone, even though I have a roommate, it's just not going to be her burden to take care of me. You know what I mean? But she's been lovely. And in some ways she's curious because she helps older people with PT. So to see someone from the start, right? But so thankfully, but I wouldn't expect her to give me a sponge bath or, remotely anything like that. So, yeah, so I'd probably be out 8 to 10 weeks. And the first week, I think you see the doctor. I don't know if you see it the first 2 weeks once, I'm not sure. But then you start PT week 3, twice a week. So I can't drive. And it's been really a learning experience about me thinking I can't ask for help. So that's another conversation. But So I thought, yeah, I need the surgery, and my brother was going to be around the whole month of January, so he'd be able to take me, you know, when I need it, for hopefully till I can drive or close to driving. So I made an appointment December 17th. And so I didn't take anyone with me because I didn't think any new information was just going to be about like what to expect, what to do. And by the way, he had that other time put in a prescription that they told me they had to send back to him, and no one ever followed up at all. Now, it's something I really didn't need, but yeah. So it was really weird. So he came in immediately like on fire. He's like, just looked at my arm, and I'm like, and then he was, you know, holding it a little bit, and he's like, I think I told your arm replacement might have to be closer to a year or two. From 10 to 12 to 1 to 2, what are you talking about? And what I think later in the car, talking this through with Beverly, trying not to lose my mind, he might have been like, oh, maybe he actually looked at my MR this time. I really don't know. But anyway, so it's the weirdest thing when my ADHD is not medicated and my brain is just struggling. So I'm like at 50% with the Ritalin. It just sucks. Blood seems to rush to my head when I hear something disturbing, and I have a really hard time processing everything else. But I do remember, then he's like, I don't think your PT's working or whatever, you're worse. And then I'm like, no, I'm not. My PT's working. What are you talking about? And he did the measurements, and his aide's like, no, it's the same. And then I don't even remember. Well, I said, and then it was like, when I get in there, I don't know what I'm going to do. I might have to put a balloon or a ball. I mean, I honestly was so disturbed by this point. I didn't actually hear every word he said. Honestly, I should start recording these audio. But then, so he says, okay, I'll be right. He said, I'll be back. And he leaves. So his aide's there, and he leaves, and he comes back, and he's like, okay, we have your new aspirin prescription. We sent this prescription for the surgery. And even the doctor told me his scheduler will contact me 1 to 3 days. Now, I had an appointment the 23rd, and I got it moved up because I thought that week's going to be crazy. So that would have been, this was like a Tuesday, I would have known by Friday. No phone call. And I'm getting more and more disturbed about the appointment. And then Monday, I call, and I think I texted this person, is like, hey, can you just reach back to me? And I really, really need the form for physical so I can get that scheduled. Nothing. So I think on maybe Tuesday, Monday I was crying on and off all day at work. I was just finally had to take part of his Xanax because I was just so emotionally just upset. And then, and I just decided I'm not having a day like that the next day. But I had called back and said, can the assistant call me? Because maybe it's not has to be as quick as he said. Maybe it's not as bad as he said. I mean, at this point, I don't know. Does he say that? Like he says, I'll be back and doesn't mean it? Apparently that's what he does. That's bizarre to me, and for a doctor and a surgeon. Jeez Louise. Maybe he meant 2 to 3 weeks. I don't know. Don't tell someone they need surgery ASAP and then that people never contact you. And heaven forbid, I don't think he follows up to make sure it was done. I don't know. So, of course, the assistant didn't call me. So, New Year's Day, I was thinking about if I'm getting a new doctor. I feel like the universe, God, angels, like, it's not for you. I mean, I find it has to be something so bizarre that the scheduler doesn't respond to you. I don't care. We're only closed Christmas Day and New Year's Day, right? And we have people covering us. You're telling me a doctor's office for surgery just stops? I don't think so. There's people answering the phone anyway. I thought, you know what? I couldn't get a clear sign that I'm not supposed to use this doctor. So I had gone for my hand. I have like a trigger finger, and saw this doctor, and he is in practice where my mom had rotator cuff surgery like eons ago. And her doctor's out of town till the end of January. But I read up on this doctor, and he does shoulders. He's worked with the DC men's and women's soccer team. He's ex-military. And when I met him, he wasn't like the first doctor I saw at this practice who hardly says anything, which honestly is more, but he gave information. He listened. I didn't feel rushed. Like he was trying to rush me through. And he explained, and he said, you know what? You can always get a shot if you want. But he said, don't see anything from the x-rays that's alarming. He said the exercise, you move your hands all day. So I'm not sure but I do want to find some that are help me do the opposite of what I'm doing, right? But anyway, it's fine. So I called, and they have office hours at 7:30, which I really appreciate. People going to work, not everyone can be taken off leave. So the woman was wonderful. And then she said, well, can you get your record sent? And I said, no, let me explain to you what's going on. I said, I can't do it. I said, I'm going to move all my business, including my knee, to your group. I said, but as I'm healing, I'll try to deal with that, because I can't imagine what my FMLA would be like, because I have to fill it out, give it to them. They fill out their part, and FMLA says it has to be this, this, and this, or they'll reject it, right? So you need someone who knows what they're doing, and then get it back to me within 15 days. And if there's a problem, we have 5 days. So, I can't get a schedule for surgeries. What makes me think, right? So, I told her I can't. Let's just start fresh. I have my MRI disc. I have my report. And, he'll probably take x-rays. So, I just want to be like, start fresh. Even though he's my third opinion, right? And try to see if I can get this scheduled quickly, if he feels like it needs to be quickly. I will say my arm's hurting more, but it could be the cortisol shots wearing off. So I don't know. But I'm also like hardly living my life, really. I managed to get through work. I'm very in the moment and thoughtful, because I can use this hand, but I don't want anything to happen to it. I'm very thoughtful about what I do and ask for help. But I don't like to drive extra. I'm going to go to the grocery store, because I need to get I have a prescription to pick up, and I need a couple things. And, I don't go anywhere extra. It's very hard. Like right now I got to sort laundry, and you just be shocked at how much you use this arm. I even made cookies one day, but my arm hurt because you just can't, it's just hard to do it with one arm. So that's what's going on. So I have an appointment Wednesday with him. And so I have my list of questions, as if I've never heard anything before in my life. I am going to ask him if there's any way I can get the physical form either emailed to me or whatever, so I can make it. There's no way they're going to, if FMLA is in the works, that's one thing, but there's no way they're going to have me in surgery without that physical. And rightly so. So anyway, that is the plan. And I don't know if I'll leave with a date, but I can only imagine if he says his scheduler is going to call within a certain amount of time. I believe they do. And I tell you, the woman I was talking to in the office has more compassion than I felt anywhere at this place. I almost wanted to ask the other place, are you AI? Like, can you blink twice if you're AI? Or, I don't know. I don't know. But if someone had called me, like I called that one lady, I would follow through and make sure things are done. That's just it. Because if you know someone's in distress, right? But one thing the new lady said, she was team whatever the doctor's name is, and she really likes him. And I could tell she likes working for him. And so that's that. So I have to let go of my brother being here to help me. Hopefully he'll be here for the surgery. I would think it can't be more than 3 weeks from now. I don't see him till Wednesday. I would get that, my physical, hopefully within a week, and then I probably have to see him again. I don't know, and the other thing is, I don't know what I did with it, but I got this. I don't want to open this one because I've opened the other, but this is a shirt that snaps on the side. I need to try the other one on and then wash them, but if it doesn't fit, send it back to the right side. So it snaps down here and snaps down here. Because I did ask this doctor, like, well, do I bring pajamas to be put into before I go home? Because I'm not going home and changing. I think the first week is really tough. And the second week is probably not much better, but the first probably 5 days is rough. So I'm not going to be changing in and out of stuff. And, you know, and I'm thinking through like, okay, I have to sleep in the recliner, probably 2-3 weeks. But, you know, I'll have my toothpaste and washcloth, stuff like that here. And then, because I don't want to go up and down stairs. And, you know, eventually maybe I'll be able to go up just for a change of scenery or go down and just sit in my art space, trying to make sure it's a clear path. And, you know, I'm going to have some stuff, like a bag full of art stuff, watercolors, just whatever, just something that I can distract myself with. I have a lot of books. I'm going to really teach myself to read again, honestly. And you know, I have some projects like, you know, I want to clear out my phone, you know, stuff like that. Emails cleared out, you know, just stuff that you never take the time to do, or you do for 5 minutes and then I forget and move on. So anyway, that's kind of where I'm at. So I made a list. I'm like, why? You know, so through my insurance, I have this health care manager, I guess. And she's wonderful and free. And the last time we talked, I was really upset because I decided I was upset about my brother leaving, and it kind of shocked me that I felt that way, but it did. And she was really good. And she's like, let's meet in 2 weeks on the 31st. And because usually we're 3 to 4 weeks. Okay. So, and we talked about that, why I feel like I can't ask for support. And she's like, can you just trust that people will take care of themselves? And if they can't, they can't. And if they can, she goes, how do you feel? And you support people. I said, I feel good. I mean, I want to help people. So I made a list of people. I've talked to one today, and she will be able to help. Now, some people have different schedules, and it will just kind of depend on the schedule. Actually, I've talked to 2 people. So I have my list. Because, you know, I'm not going to be getting paid for a week. It's supposed to work that when my leave ends, there's a week, and then my sick leave bank kicks in. But once the FMLA is approved, then that's not going to be. So that's tough. So I don't want to really be paying for drivers. I don't even know how you do that, Uber or whatever. And the thought of like having to wait for an Uber in the freezing cold while I have been, you know, going through PT, it's just upsetting. So I'm going to do my best. I don't want to miss PT. That's for darn sure. And I will have a chart, and I do everything I'm asked to do. I have exercises now. And even my PT person was like, he's like, it's just not, you know, we worked on the exercise and make sure I'm doing correctly at home, and I do them twice a day. And he's like, if you do this, that's about all I can offer. We really can't do anything else until you have your surgery. Now, this first crazy doctor was like, you have to go to this. You're such a special case. You have to go to my PT people. And I'm like crazy. I said, okay, of course, that's fine. I mean, it's farther, but they also know doctors make money off PT. I don't know. The dude said it again the second time. I said, you already told me that. And of course, I want the best I can get. And I know recovery is about PT and you doing your exercises, 100% know it is. So I will, and luckily I have somebody who was in that will, if I feel like I'm doing it wrong, will be able to help me. So that's good. So I'm just like, I thought, why was I working so hard to get people to do their job? You know, I've had run brain tumor surgery is pretty major, and stomach surgery, but I don't remember any of this going on. I don't remember. I know my brain surgeon, he's great. And he's like, look, I had to take certain medicine. I had to rest. There were certain things he wanted me to do. And, of course, the paperwork and all that. He goes, don't worry, everything else will go smoothly. My staff knows what to do, and they're going to do it. Don't worry about it. And, but just such in command. And, you know, because his assistant told me he doesn't tolerate nonsense at all. And that's kind of a good feeling now, right? This crazy, whatever, off the charts crazy. I don't know. But how would you go in confidence? Let's say the scheduler had called me. I don't know if I could have gone through it with him. I just was so disturbed. I mean, your job is to explain things to me and the consequence, what's going to happen, consequences, what we're going to do to manage them, not to come in and say like 3 inflammatory statements, like just absolutely bizarre. I mean, we're trained to under promise, over deliver, but And if it's not a thing that they really don't call you within 3 days to schedule your surgery, why would you set that expectation up with somebody? It is just, I don't know. But I do know, I heard said, this is not your doctor. Go call that other doctor. I know. It's like, what more do we have to do to prove to you this is not the right place for you? So I'm grateful for that. But I had really worked myself up into crying all day at work. So, plus the holidays are hard. It's okay. I've been almost out of my body. Really, it's been bizarre that I'm not even really in processing normal emotions. I'm just not. And my medicine, my brain med guy, we put in an order for Adderall generic at the new place, and if they can't get it now, at least it will be there and they can try to get it. I'm supposed to take 2 of the Ritalin a day, the generic, but I've been doing 1 because I want to save some. I don't want to be hunting around town until I'm ready to hunt up Adderall. But I'll tell you what, this stuff gets me 50%, and especially in the morning. But I'm telling you, wow, that Adderall gets me about 90, 95% most of the time. And it's a huge difference. It is a huge difference. It's almost a little bit like being held hostage by your brain. Like I have cards and stuff I want to send people, and I literally have everything out, but it's just like my brain won't see it. I will literally walk over something. I don't now because I have nothing in my way where I can fall. But just simple things. Like, I can't tell you this year how many late fees I had to pay. I have the money. I'm trying to train myself the minute. Most of them I got 2 more to put on automatic. But most, I just am training myself. When you get something, you have to act on it that minute or that 24 hours. But, oh, yeah, okay. It's just really, really frustrating. But I do know I'm not going to need a lot of it for the first couple weeks. But I don't, but if I needed just to even halfway focus my day here, I just, I want to have enough. So maybe by that time there'll be 0 ADHD medicine available to anyone. I don't know. But it has totally changed my life, not for the better. Just not for the better. But I got in my goals are I got to get Christmas put away, and one of my friend's son I'll pay him to come and put it all up, drag it down. I can't even help him here to put it up. I can't do that. And he's gonna have to do it all on his own. Scary, but and that's the last I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna treat myself to getting my toes done just because my feet are crazy, and that will make me feel better at home. And then probably one more time house cleaning, like maybe a week or 2 into it, but that will be it. And I'm gonna try to make myself some soups and stuff like that. Like, actually, I'm gonna make ham and bean soup today. And then I've never made it before. I have to go get a sweet onion. It's the only thing I don't have is a sweet onion. I need some more apples. But I'm really trying to eat out in my freezer. Like, I made chili and I saved 2 servings of it so I can put stuff in. And then what I'll probably do is some of the frozen dinners, like lunches, things I get that are higher on yucca. That all you have to do, like my roommate even said, get paper plate stuff, because just carrying a plate is a whole nother thing, and my plates are pretty heavy. So that was good. So I'm going to get some of the good sturdy ones in bowls, and like she'll have to help me open my protein shake. I guess I'll just leave it here with the lid undone. But even trying to get my protein shake lid, maybe that's something in the morning I can ask her to do so I can have that. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I have to start researching. I've just been so focused on getting a date that, I got to call my insurance, and maybe they have someone who can talk me through what I need to set up, or if anyone can come help me. I don't know what they would do other than maybe help me take a bath, and that's, a sponge bath. So that is it. That is what's going on. And I'm just floating around. Nothing I love better than doing this. And it's like, oh yeah, I should have done it. Like, oh, there's a bird. I have to tell you funny stories. Now, I have floaters, and I have a new one. Not new, but I have one that goes like this. inside. I have a new one. It's like a dot. And we had some fruit flies. And I got to work and I thought, do I have a fruit fly following me? But no, my dot looks like a fruit fly. Oh, yeah. So right now it's noon and I've been having a hard time at work organizing, really like 8 to 10, 12 is my good time. So I took all these crap off my desk that I need to sort through and, you know, we have to take certain classes. I got everything organized this morning, so I feel really good about that. And then my other goal is to get gas and get my pills and what I need at the grocery store. It might snow today, so that sets everybody off. And I'm going to make that ham soup. So I found a recipe, like ham, and it's like white beans, navy beans, which I like. And I do have dried beans. I'll have to see, you know, how that works. But I have pretty much everything. But that sounds good. And then I could do a couple of them. In the morning, I was just like, assess my roommate. Thank God she's here to do it. So, yeah, that's what's going on. And so I apologize that my brain's not functioning. And I don't know. It's just, but I have other things to share with you, which I will. And, so my goal is to go now, run my errands, come back, upload this, get my ham soup started. So maybe I'll show you what I put in it. It's gonna go, I don't know if I'm gonna do the Dutch oven. I won't be able to lift either, but the Dutch oven or maybe the crock pot. And then I'll have to worry about the stove being on. That's probably better. But yeah, so I'm working at work. I'm just trying to, you know, and again, it's just I have layers of stuff and I don't take time to put stuff away. And it looks like I have no organization, but actually I'm incredibly organized. But I've been going through that. So, and then I'm, you know, I should be able to do it at work, but it's just too much going on that I can't focus on it. But my goal now is everything I did do, get it back to where it should be. And then I have, you know, books I have to send, you know, and my supervisor needs to know the day of my surgery so that it can be replaced, which as if I could be replaced. But I have my people at home. I got to call them and get some orders in and set up for the person who's going to be, you know, backing me up during this. I'm really, you know, my people mean a lot to me. So, of course, she can't give what I get, but I at least want to have so they can return and she can send out, keep that going. Not that, you know, it's not, well, one person will really mind. So she hates, she gets scared if she's about to run out. And some people get upset if they have too many. So anyway, so I want to make all those phone calls, but I'd rather know the date I'm leaving. But at this point, I'll see if Wednesday, by next week, I'll know, and then I can call them and get that settled. And then, you know, the rest of my books, I have lots. I've been bringing, you know, the day of lugging books around is gone, but I've been bringing a couple home every day. So I have a whole slew of books to choose from. And then when people who work at the library or go to the library come, I'll just, as I ask them to return them for me. So, and I don't have a lot that have holds on it, but I will do those first. So, but I'm excited. I will not be on social media. I will be trying to learn a little bit about YouTube, and I think I might just have a daily thing vlog just to check in with you guys, because you know it's you know, it's just weird. Even now, it's like I feel so I can't, like, I have to take my time to do laundry, and then really sorting things. Like I have this, my library's a mess because I was, you know, I do 5 minutes and it feels like I'm using my arm too much, that kind of thing. And of course, you know, but I really did realize that what was making me crazy was thinking things should go the way I wanted them to go. And I've learned this lesson over and over, because it's the pain that you suffer from it not happening. But when I realized, because it was just like, how can people not do their job? It's like, I just don't know. But when I realized, when I had to calm down, I thought, you can't live like this. This is not good. This is not good for your health. This is, you want to go as strong as you can into surgery, and this mental is not happening. So, I realized, I think I'm being told not to go with this practice. It made me feel calmer immediately. That's when I know when I'm getting information from another source, not me. It's like I calm down immediately. So, yeah. That's going on. And, people are telling me different things, and, but I, my surgeries were a long time ago. Last one was maybe 2014, 2013. And my brain surgery was before that. So I don't know if things have changed so much, really. I don't know. I just don't know. It's just weird. So, yeah, and I have my questions. Like, I think the other doctor wanted me to take Percocet, and I want to talk to him, make sure I have enough, because not like I can go get it. I couldn't ask someone to go get it. And, and I'm really careful about those kind of drugs. Like, I finally got rid of like hydrocodone from my brain surgery and some kind of pain medicine from my stomach surgery. I just thought, it's just one of those things you never check on. I thought, I'm going to get rid of all of this and all my mom's old medicine, and I found a place to drop it off at. So I try to get off it as soon as I can. And I even went to my gastric internist doctor and talked about, because it was my stomach, I'm not supposed to take much aspirin and this and that. She goes, look, you're going to have to take pain medicine. That's a given. Eat a yogurt, coat your stomach before you take it. That will help a lot. And we're changing my medicine around and it's not working that well. So I got to talk to her about that too before my surgery. But she said, just call and leave a message. So, but I'm trying to do my part, right? What more can I do? And then I'm going to slowly talk to people and see, if they'd be available, and, and people are going to have different schedules and they might not. So we'll just try to figure that out. But yeah, even my supervisor, I said, if I need you to take me to PT one day and you're off, will you take me? And she's like, yeah, of course. And she's afraid to drive, but anyway, at least 3 people afraid to drive. So, but that's the story. And I kept thinking, oh, I'll come on, like I'll have a date and I'll come on and we'll talk about it. But even my knee, I'm just gonna move everything over to that practice. And so I can't. Because if it's this, I can't imagine the scheduler not doing her job. I just can't. I really can't. How would you stay employed if you didn't do, like now they're going to lose business. And I'm going to be telling every single person I come in contact with not to ever go there. And I work at the library and I know a lot of people in the area. But, just weird, isn't it? Or is it just so bad now and I just have not had to really do anything? But I think I might call my internist office and just ask, say I really am going to need this within a week. Can you fit me in? And, whatever I'll just take off work and get whatever I have to get done. So, and I'm sure I won't think of things and things are going to come up. And, I plan to, it's going to be 8 to 10 weeks at home. But like when I did talk to that other doctor, I said, well, let's do 10 because I can always go back if I feel ready and OMS will let me go back, right? I mean, I'm doing my job now, but it's just, I can't make a sudden movement, right? And the chances are more I'd be doing that at work than at home. Well, anyway. And I do think this arm has been worn out just for my job, but nothing about my job made it acute, right? It was me in my house, so, but y'all got to get Christmas stuff down. That's going to be after today and getting soup made and just getting some laundry done and just kind of like tending to the normal stuff. I'm off again Monday, but I have 2 doctors. I have a cleaning and then I have my year-long, my dermatology thing, but they're really close and in the same day. So, but I have other doctor's appointments. I have a rheumatologist appointment at the end of January that I have waited 3 months for, but it is what it is, So there's probably at least 2 I have to reschedule. But so, yeah, I don't want to let go once I start talking, but let me get on with my day so I can come back. And I appreciate you, and I'm going to really do my best. I think I might have figured out a way to verbally do my responses. So that'd be good, but I really do want to start getting back to the comments, and you're so supportive and it helps me so much. And if you have any have had this surgery or any surgery where you really are incapacitated, let me know any tips or tricks or something I should prepare for, or, you know, that kind of thing. I'll really appreciate it. And hey, if you live near me and you want to help me with a ride, that'd be great. Because honestly, there's so many people I love and don't get to see that would be kind of fun. Just to, you know, do that, maybe have lunch or something. I don't know. It's just, it would be nice to, you know, have people I love or, you know, I want to see around me. Or you just want to come by and bring me lunch and hang out or just check on me. That'd be cool too. So anyway, all right, you guys, I appreciate you so much. You're such a part of my life. And that's like everything in my, I'm gonna start crying. Everything's just in chaos in my life. It feels like just disarray, and I haven't done art, and you know, all the things that give me pleasure and make me feel good and supported, I just can't focus on. And but I'm really working on just slowly and doing small things that I'm trying to let go of how I feel like what I'm missing out on, right? Like what I could be doing if my brain were actually able to function the way it normally would. I mean, really, this ADHD stuff is tough. And like I can get up in the morning, put on a little makeup, so I can cry it off, and you know, my hair is what it is. But yeah, just right now, washing my hair, you guys, it's just crazy. And I can't put in a ponytail. My sister-in-law was like, you can do, I like that. That's a crazy pony. I can't do that. So, yeah. Anyway, but so many people are in the same boat as me, and you know, and it just seems the whole world's off kilter, and, you know, you just got to kind of cling to the people who, you know, have meaning for you and bring you joy, or, you know, I think of people and I just smile, that kind of thing, you know. But yeah, but one thing I did, I cleared out almost everything out of my backpack, only what I absolutely need, because that was hurting my shoulder. You know, one thing too, I've always carried my purse back in the day, and I had like a tote bag or a purse on this. My jean jackets would, like, you know, rub out there, and then, you know, I've switched to a backpack a while ago, but that's not an accident either. So a lot of damage. And you know, and I'm just trying to send love to my arm and my shoulder. Didn't do anything wrong. Try to support my craziness. You know, I wish you can't tell people like don't work this hard. Like do 75% is fine. You don't have to do 125 or 50. And now, even now, like, let's say I had 15 minutes left. I thought, well, I can do a couple more things. The thing is, yesterday, I'm like, yeah, you could, but you're not. You're not. Because if you're rushing, you clear up everything you've done. That will give you 10 minutes to look at your desk. And, you know, but then my energy's like that. It's just like, keep going, keep going. But I've really made myself slow down because I don't want to have an emergency surgery or anything like that. So in that sense, I'm, yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay. When I live in a country where I have access to really good medical health and good insurance, and so I'm thankful for that, right? I really am. And I have other things to share with you, but I'll do that later. And thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I'll see you hopefully today, tomorrow, with some ham and bean soup.